2, 1. I forgot to count. LOL. It's all kicked off.
It's all kicked off, all over the place. I'll see you guys after my 3 FPS deficit catches to the end of the fucking game.
Yeah, imagine back in the RTA days, like people who switched, like SADX runners refused to switch to Windows 10 because it normally can't run higher than like 60 FPS.
You say that, but like clearly it does.
Well, like without any like frame limiters or whatever. Like if you just like run the game without any frame limiters.
I don't use frame limiters, and the FPS IGT counter runs faster than RTA.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So then, I guess it was probably like early on for Windows 10 or whatever. It might have changed by now because it's like changed so much in like 10 years or whatever. But like whenever it first came out and they're trying to force people onto it, it could only run at 60 frames per second. And that is why.
Fine, right? Because that's okay.
Well, on Windows 7 it ran at like 62.5 FPS, so it was really stupid.
I don't think it's like it's running above 60. I think it's like doing the thing where like it's running at 61 for X amount of frames, and then running at 59 for other X amount of frames. I think that's what mine's doing.
Yeah, like whenever you don't have like one of those like frame limiter mods, I think it does stuff like that.
It's doing the funny power cycling thing, so it's averaging 60.
Yeah.
It's just standard. I want to say standard UK experience when it comes to stuff like that, but like I think that's normal.
Glorious 50 FPS.
Yeah, if you're playing on PAL 50 hertz and for that Egg Hornet world record.
I mean, I do have a GameCube, so I could do that.
For Sonic at the very least. I'm not sure about Tails if it's a thing, but for Sonic it's definitely a thing. If you play on PAL 50 hertz, one of the animations finishes up quicker.
Yeah, no way, because it has less frames in it. So,
time
so trivial.
To bring out my GameCube, eh?
Yeah.
Imagine PAL being faster for something unheard of experience ever. Everything else about PAL is slower. The game runs slower. It sounds slower. It looks slower.
Except in some games where they speed up the game to make it look like 60 FPS.
I mean, you could just play Sonic Heroes then at that point, because that's all that's doing.
Yeah, so I think they like made it work with like 50 hertz, but then 60 hertz they just basically didn't consider the game being able to ever run faster, so that it just plays way faster. It looks super weird. And then SA2 is probably the worst one. They just like remove a frame. Or they do 2 frames at once. So like if you can like do like an instant glide from a jump as Knuckles, if you do it on the right frame, I think. Or it's like every 5th input is doubled, I think is how it works. It's really stupid.
SA2 in general is quite stupid.
I mean, I understand SA2 having a very bodgy solution because PAL 60 wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
At that point, Heroes kind of doesn't really have that excuse because it was kind of starting to be a thing.
I mean, a lot of GameCube games had like 50 or 60.
How well does Shadows work actually?
I have no idea. I've never seen it. It's
Never seen a European version of the game run.
No, I've never seen it, but I have seen that game just sucks on PlayStation 2. Like it's really bad. The load times on disc are about 25 seconds into a level, and then I don't even know what else there is. There's just,
it's scary how accurate that number is, and that was just like an approximate number. I think you just pull it.
Yeah, it's like 25 seconds, and then the whole game runs at 30 FPS and lags to shit. It's so bad.
I might be dead actually. I think I clipped the wall too much.
I don't hear that many people talk about Shadow on PS2.
Yeah, it is one of the 2 versions, or like one of the 2 builds of the game that can do the funny chaos control glitch. But the other one being NTSC GameCube, like NTSC J or NTSC U. And then like any later version can't, like any later build, I think like the PAL GameCube build and any Xbox build, you can't do it. You can't do the chaos control glitch. It got patched.
Good old version differences.
But imagine having different patches for different versions of video games.
Yeah.
Old video gaming really is vintage at this point.
I think it's like Smash Melee where it's like a legit patch to the game, the PAL version, because it was released like a year later.
There's quite a few differences.
It's not like saying it's in the illegitimate patches. It's just like it's funny that this was because of the way media was distributed. This is just the way games ended up being.
Yep. And they just never brought like the balancing fixes over to the States or Japan, so Smash is always played on like a kind of inferior version in terms of balancing.
I mean, oh wait, which Smash is this actually?
Melee.
Oh,
I don't know anything about the others.
Yeah, that explains a lot, and then actually. Because isn't that not the Meta Knight stupid one?
Meta Knight is Brawl.
Yeah.
I have a very limited Smash experience, but apparently I think that one's the worst one I've ended up.
It's just because Meta Knight was literally the meta. I think Meta Knight got banned from like a good deal of tournaments just because it's really annoying.
Very.
But then I think next in line in that game is Ice Climbers, because you can do a chain grab or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Brawl seems kind of dumb.
The Brawl also had like tripping as well, which completely ruined the game.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, this is looking out to be a cracked sky deck. If I can just make it. Yep. First good one of the day until the capsule. I lost 2 seconds because I missed the capsule.
I don't want to say I was disinvested. I saw all of a sudden disinvested. It's just like the way I skipped that post Sky Chase cutscene. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not even trying to save the 1 second that fucking cutscene loses for some reason. This will be a good measurement for like an average game where not everything goes perfectly, I guess. So there's that.
I mean, you're gonna have stuff like that, I guess.
I feel like in this tournament it'll probably be the expected outcome for me, really.
Because in me, the expected outcome is going to be 1240 range. Which is probably what I'm going to end up getting now. Assuming I don't die in this.
Oh shit, I'm like, ah.
Tails, wait for me.
so long, Foxball? The incessant sounds of Sonic jumping over and over again.
Oh, the Skydeck classic.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Sonic's AI in this game is so weird.
What was my actual time?
10:50.
It was a 10:50 something.
By the looks of it.
10:59.